Good, good afternoon, everyone. We'll be kicking off our session. The topic is expanding CME Group customer horizons with data access using BigQuery and Analytics Hub. My name is Dheeraj Baudankar. I head the clearing and post-trade product management function at CME Group. Today, I'm joined by my colleague, Roshak Lamba. Roshak can introduce himself.
Yeah, hi guys. I'm Rochak Lamba. I'm a Googler, and I'm responsible for innovation in financial services. So I've been working very closely with the CME Group, and we're excited to tell you about the stuff we've been doing. Dheeraj.
So in the next 15 minutes or so, we want to cover a few different topics with all of you. So CME and Google began their journey in 2021 as partners. And one of the things that we are using Google for is to transform ourselves as a business. And part of that is our data strategy. So in the first part of the agenda, we'll touch on value that we want to provide, especially on the data side. Then we will talk a little bit about CME-specific data sets. We will talk about how BigQuery and Analytics Hub are a strategic fit to what we are trying to do. We'll talk about some innovative ways in which our partnership with Google has helped us solve some of the issues that we came about. And then we will save some time for discussion at the end of the presentation in case you have any questions. So just to give a little bit of background on CME Group, CME Group is one of the leading exchanges in the world where we have derivative products across all investable asset classes. Our customers include big global banks, big hedge funds, asset managers, to corporates, businesses, and also farmers and individual customers. As being an exchange, we generate a lot of data. Much of the data is public data, but we also generate private data that is extremely useful to our customers. Today, we share that data via traditional ways. So we create a bunch of files. We create messages that we send to our customers. They have to go through many different steps before they are able to generate insights and deliver those insights to people that can take actions on those insights. So first, they need to discover the data that CME Group produces and makes available. So that's one of the first things that they need to do. Then they need to start sourcing that data through multiple different mechanisms that we provide to them. After sourcing that data, they need to take that data, transform it, store it. They need to do data management on their side, where they need to make sure the quality of data is consistently good. After that, they need to curate that data so that they can actually start creating insights on top of that data. Only after spending that much time, they are then finally able to get to generating insights and delivering those insights to the right people who can make decisions. We want to simplify all of that for our customers. So the first 5 steps that you see over here, from data discovery, sourcing, storage, data management, and data curation perspective, we want to do that on CME Group side so that clients can spend more time generating insights and then leveraging those insights to generate actions. Let's look at a specific data set on the clearing side, especially on the clearing and post-trade side. So this is private data. As a customer of CME, if I'm a customer of CME, I want to see all related data sets in one place. I want to see my portfolio of all my trades and positions. This portfolio has cash flows that take place on that portfolio. So I want to have a breakdown of all my cash flows, whether they are valuation, coupon payments, upfronts, premiums, related to that portfolio in one place. Then I need to know what my forward-looking risk is on that portfolio, which is margin over here. And then I need to know what my collateral is that I'm posting with CME to cover that forward-looking risk. We generate all of this data today, but we share it in multiple different formats. So all of this information is not available in one place where our customers can directly get to insights. What we want to do is get all of this information in one place, and through the right access control, make sure that people who can access that data, only they are able to access the data belonging to them, and then make that available not only end of day, which we do today, but make this data available multiple times throughout the day, closing on to real time. As we were looking at changing ourselves and transforming ourselves, much of CME Group's data is going to end up in BigQuery. So we are going to use that data internally for our own use. We then want to expose that same data externally to clients as well. We want to make it easy for our customers. It's all about customer experience. What we want to do is make it easy for customers to discover data. Once they have discovered that data, we want to make it easy for them to license that data set and immediately start using that data set. In this slide behind me, you see an example of one of the data sets, which is market depth data. So it is available for all of our exchanges going back 10 years. This data can easily be accessed today by our customers. They can access this data and run it through their own machine learning algorithms instantaneously. Being on BigQuery, you can also access things like Looker, Vertex AI to generate insights immediately. So imagine if you are a client with Google. If you are a Google client, then you log on to BigQuery. This is your own instance of BigQuery that you log on to. When you log on to that instance, you are within your project. You can go to Analytics Hub and search for CME Group datasets. Once you look at CME Group datasets, you can select that dataset, and from there you can easily apply for license. If you don't have that license, there's a process to quickly get license for that dataset. And once you have procured the license for that dataset, you can simply add that dataset into your project. What will happen is that dataset will be updated, will be linked to CME datasets that are on CME side. And these datasets will be updated. As soon as CME datasets are updated, these datasets will be updated without any delay. You can start using these datasets along with other confidential data that you may have on your side. You can combine these datasets, run them through Looker, Vertex AI, generate insights, and deliver these insights to your action decision makers. As part of the data, as part of data sharing, one of the things that we wanted to really dig into details was how do we package data and make this data available externally while maintaining the right security control so that the right data is shared with exactly the right people. So for that, we worked on data enablement with Google. And I want to invite Roshak to talk a little bit on how we together worked on enabling that data externally.
Yeah, thanks, Dheeraj. So I guess, you've heard about Analytics Hub so far. You've seen that, as Dheeraj was talking about, utilization of BigQuery to source the data, curate the data, get it delivered. And what we're really trying to show here and what we enabled with CME Group was the use of Analytics Hub. So if you're familiar with Analytics Hub, there's really two main constructs here. One is called exchanges, which is about having that exchange element and having the data kind of collated in a right way to basically distribute and share between different entities. And DataBP is an entity that people utilize for licensing. Like CME uses DataBP quite heavily in order for them to license out those data pieces to different types of users. Listings is also a construct within Analytics Hub, and it's all about having that listing or the data set that you want to make accessible. Now, we built on top of that. So we brought in this concept of variance. And what variance allows you to do is take your data sets that you want and join it together and group and create packages. So imagine if you had to send, as Dheeraj was explaining, the entire post-trade set for different customers, subgrouping those out is basically your data packages. And if you can package them up in a secure way and allow and enable use of row-level access, row-level filtering, you can basically provide a lot of that control, especially for sensitive data, and then let other customers access it. So that's enabled CME to innovate and create new channels in which to distribute their data on Analytics Hub, as Dheeraj was mentioning. So I hope that gives you some more color. And then back to you, Dheeraj.
Yeah, and I think it is important to add this context to all of this. So imagine if you are a bank that has private data at CME, you log on to Analytics Hub and select a particular data product. Let's say you select transactions at CME. So once you select that particular product from or data set from Analytics Hub, that data set will be available to everyone. But once you select that data set and connect to that data set, there will be filtering done in the back that ensures that only your data will be available to you through that view, even though in the background our view contains everything that is possible to exist within that view. The data leakage is avoided using the variants that we discussed here. So in summary, we want to drive business outcomes not only for CME, but also for our clients. So we want to enable both technical as well as non-technical users to discover and utilize CME Group data along with third-party data effectively. We want to reduce barriers and frictions that our clients face as they are trying to use financial data and private data from CME. We want to keep in mind the markets are evolving as well. So we want to make it easier and quicker and cheaper to access our data, and also provide limitless ability to extend, scale, and innovate using Google Cloud.